Glass broke, boards blown out everywhere. We really needed to come in and help them out and get that secured.
So how about tree damage on your way over here? Did you see any tree damage?
There is some significant trees down throughout Jennings. We don't have a confirmed count just yet. We're in the early stages of search and rescue. Fire department is getting significant phone calls for trees on homes, people isolated that need some help. So we're in full-blown search and rescue.
And how about power outages? Is it out in all of Jennings, or is it spotty that you know of?
It's isolated right now. There are some more significant areas than others. That all our residents are safe. We want to get to them. The wind has died down significantly, so it'll allow us the opportunity to do that. The next 24 hours, once daylight breaks, we're going to start the actual physical damage to facilities, kind of go from there.
Okay, let's talk about Laura real quick, because it seemed that your town took this very seriously. Do you think Laura
But I will tell you right now, my producer, Mike Fomal, was driving down the road, and there's tree branches coming down, wind. You know, you can smell there is tree damage. I mean, it's just very, very apparent. There's leaf debris just kind of floating down the road from time to time. But we've really been void of any heavy rain now for about an hour. So, you know, good news in that regard, but amazing some of the reports that we're getting in out of Cameron Parish. In Iowa, I think it's called Iowa, 16.51 inches of rain. So incredible. Lake Charles itself, almost 10 inches now, if not at that or more. So lots of rainfall heading up toward Alexandria, heading up into West Tennessee, or west parts of Mississippi as well, and West Tennessee, and into southeast Arkansas. All this is moving north. We won't have the wind energy with it, but there'll be enough. So we do anticipate some sporadic power outages as this all kind of moves toward the north. Here in Breaux Bridge, we are without power as far as the eye can see. East, north, south, and west, all the way to the interstate for that matter. So tomorrow is going to be the day that a lot of those power outages now up roughly around 330,000, and that was about 20 minutes ago when I last heard that. So that's 330,000 customers. With the kind of wind that we have here, and of course the night, you're not going to see much happen. So just kind of hunker down here. It's going to be a night in the dark for many, and unfortunately a night continuing in the dark, as Justin's been talking about back in Lake Charles, where this area hit very hard with 95-mile-per-hour winds. Really shocked to see Texas Point, right there on the border between Louisiana and Texas, and the wildlife refuge, come in with 100-mile-an-hour wind gust. Just incredible. So we did not have the rain. We have not had the 9 inches of rain, maybe 2-3 inches of rain through here. Settle was telling me we got Lafayette at the airport gusting at 59 miles per hour. We've had a little bit stronger, certainly here. I think upwards 60, 70 a couple of times, especially when that squall came through. But otherwise, again, no visible damage at this point. It is also completely dark. And the winds maybe a little bit, I guess in the last 10 minutes, dying down, but then occasionally you get a big gust, you know, upwards of 50 miles per hour. And that's, you know, going to certainly add insult to injury in through here. Guys, much more to come as we continue to cover Delta, the first D storm in the Greek alphabet to come ashore.
You've saved me so much on my insurance with that Russell rate. You become my muse.
Russell, State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
I feel like I captured your kind eyes.
You want the real deal? Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome to the Quaker Breakfast Table. Here, there's a seat for everyone and delicious whole grains to enjoy your way. So grab life by the cup or bowl and nourish it. Quaker Oats.
You're strong. You power through chronic migraine. 15 or more headache days a month? each lasting 4 hours or more. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine. So if you haven't tried Botox for your chronic migraine, check with your doctor if Botox is right for you and if samples are available.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
95% of patients may pay as little as $0 for Botox, so text to see how you can save. Botox is the #1 prescribed branded chronic migraine treatment. So ask your doctor about Botox today.
Only Dish has the Hopper, TV's most powerful DVR.
Look who's here!
It holds up to 2,000 hours of your favorite shows.
You waited. I got all the seasons.
For as long as you need them. Dish, tuned in to you.
DiGiorno has 7 delicious crusts, and your family food critics will rave. Rising Crust is fresh baked deliciousness. Stuffed crust is literally mouth-watering. There's a 5-star pizza for everyone in your family to love. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
This Beneful Simple Goodness is amazing. Meaty morsels, a tender texture with real meat, and a blend of peas and carrots I can see.
Beneful Simple Goodness. Or try these recipes with no artificial preservatives.
We made USAA insurance for veterans like Martin. When a hailstorm hit, he needed his insurance to get it done right away. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
Cheez-It snapped. How's it taste? It's so thin, crispy, and cheesy. And I just want to keep eating it. And eating it. They love them.
Snapped. So good we may run out of cheese.
It's almost unbelievable this is real.
When your cameras roll.
This is something nobody can imagine.
Our experts react.
What do you do?
Oh my gosh.
Jaw-dropping.
Nope, 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 all the way back home.
It doesn't get better than this.
Don't miss all new episodes of Weather Gone Viral. Here on the Weather Channel. Get your daily dose of everything weather.
Wow! Well, lots to talk about.
Weather Today from the Weather Channel. New episodes every day, only on Quibi.
Good evening from Lake Charles, Louisiana. I'm Justin Michaels, live for you here tonight as we're continuing to track Hurricane Delta, really causing a lot of problems across Lake Charles, Louisiana. Speaking of Charles, take a look at Charles Peak. He has some video off to my side here, and he's driving around, doing it very safely as he can, not driving through floodwaters and being very careful, but bringing us the images to document what's actually happening in Lake Charles, Louisiana right now. Delta is continuing to pack a punch. Conditions change. Oh my gosh. As we look at that, scared me. As we look at the conditions changing, the rain is starting to slowly stop. And an example of that I can show you. You can see the oil refineries off across Calcasieu River here. We can finally see them. Earlier today, completely whited out. So it's nice to be able to see the conditions getting a little bit better. We also do know there is flooding across the city on roadways, including I-210. If you're lay of the roads here in Lake Charles, Louisiana, you have I-10 that runs east and west, but there's a business route that connects in the east or west and kind of goes to the south side of the city and then back up again. That is I-210. It's kind of the main thoroughfare for people to get around this neck of the woods. We do know that that has water on it. Luckily, from Charles Peak's reporting, he hasn't really seen anybody out. That's the best news tomorrow, to really intense as they're whipping through here. All right, so we're going to send it back into Dr. Rick Knabb, of course, the former director of the National Hurricane Center. Dr. Knabb, you know something, thing or two about hurricanes. As far as us being on the southwest side of this storm, Dr. Knabb, I know you can see this. It is still blowing hard out here as far as these winds associated with Delta. How much longer is this weather going to last as it continues to push off to the northeast?
It's going to be a few more hours before you stop getting the tropical storm force wind gusts, because
while it is a front-loaded system, you still got a pretty significant low-pressure area, and it's going to take a while for that to get far enough north that the gustiness subsides. But the front side, I think, was worse than the backside will be, at least in terms of the duration and the heavy rainfall. Let's take a look at what the ramifications of some of these winds have been, in addition to the damage that could be caused. A lot of power outages, especially in the Lake Charles area and southeast Texas, and they're spreading northward, getting up into the Alexandria area, and that will continue to spread northward as the system moves inland, and maybe all the way up to Memphis, Tennessee, we could see some sporadic power outages. Look at up in Alexandria, gusting near 60 miles an hour recently. Baton Rouge still gusting to 44, and that western side has been pretty potent. Port Arthur still gusting over 30 miles an hour. But you see how front-loaded this is. So the front side of it has a lot more rain and wind, and so we've had a lot of rain already, even though a lot of you haven't even come close to seeing the center of circulation. The center of action in terms of the heavy rainfall has been on the front side of this, and in fact, look at all the heavy rain totals that are over a foot estimated by the radar up by Alexandria, and then down in the Lake Charles area. If we zoom in there, look in the Iowa area just to the east of there, the actual gauge measured over 16 inches in there, and the radar over a large area approaching a foot. So it's the volume of water that's fallen in that area.